The ground in the Svartsengi region has risen several times, suggesting the arrival of magma at irregular intervals. The rate of movement is increasing. Magma entered the region faster than before. In mid-February, a horizontal magma sill the size of an elephant lay just a few kilometers below Svartsengi. Everyone is on alert, and we don't know what will happen next.
An earthquake that rocked the region in November helped point the way for the magma to escape. Initially, the sheer number of quakes overwhelmed the Icelandic Meteorological Office's seismic monitoring capabilities, but staff quickly managed to get to the heart of the chaos and decipher the lyrics.
An earthquake that cracks rock means some of the magma has left the threshold and moved sideways. And ground monitoring satellites confirmed what the quake indicated. The ground above the Svartsengi sill had collapsed as the magma drained away.
It's easy to see where the magma goes. The land around Grindavik began to sink. To volcanologists reading the land, the pattern indicates not the absence of magma, but rather an influx of magma. The magma leaving the sill had moved sideways before swinging upwards directly beneath Grindavik.
As they rise, these vertical tendrils of magma push the rock walls aside so they don't get in the way. This causes the soil above the vine to sink into the newly created void. Later, scientists reported that at one point during the earthquake storm, about 7,400 cubic meters of magma surged from the sill to the tendrils every second.
Signs of underground movement are also visible in geothermal power plant drill holes. Volcanic gases, such as sulfur dioxide, emerge from magma at shallow depths and may signal an impending eruption. Scientists saw gas and pressure changes in the borehole, which is another indication that magma is moving towards the city. Giant tendrils of magma, known as dikes, grow beneath Grindavik, with their peaks just 800 meters below its streets.
Within hours of the earthquake, scientists identified a 10-mile-long strip of land where an eruption was likely. The trail traverses Grindavik from a series of old volcanic craters northeast of the city to the southwest. By midnight, Iceland's civil protection had evacuated the city, and construction workers rushed to build protective walls in areas likely to be flooded with lava.
Over the next few weeks, geophysical observations showed magma was still flowing into the region. Based on balloon inflation, scientists calculated that about 11 million cubic meters of fresh magma had accumulated at the threshold. That seemed to be an amount he could accommodate.
That day, a noisy stream of magma erupted from the doorway and filled the embankment. These rock-breaking earthquakes remind scientists that magma eventually breaks at the surface. And 90 minutes after the earthquake begins, we experience an eruption. It was a very fast event. Over the next few days, the eruption rained the embankment until it was stable enough to settle.
The pattern repeated itself, with 12 million cubic meters of magma filling the threshold before triggering an eruption 4 hours later. This time, infernal matter poured out of a 3,000-foot-long crack that appeared near one of the protective walls north of the city, successfully deflecting the lava. But a second, smaller crack appeared right at the edge of the city, behind the wall. After that, the window sill began to bulge again.
At this point, scientists have calculated that an eruption is likely to occur if the threshold is filled with at least 9 million cubic meters of molten material. By early February, the threshold had been exceeded, and on February 8, another eruption began. A 3-kilometer-long fissure opened near the site of the December eruption, funneling lava away from Grindavik, but toward a pipe that supplies hot water to much of the peninsula.